everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to enroll Graphy user on Webflow submission. So I'm an online course creator and I have created different courses on different topics. I have created a form using Webflow with the help of which I collect the data of the students who are interested in purchasing the courses that I'm selling. Here what I want is that as soon as by the student a new form submission is going to be done using Webflow, I want to create that student as a learner firstly in my Graphy account. And after creating that student as a learner in my Graphy account, I want to enroll that learner in the course that I've created in my Graphy account. Now creating this and doing this manually is going to be very time consuming. So what I've done is I've simply automated this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. And here in this automation, I'm going to build a connection between Webflow and Graphy with the help of it. So if you also want to learn about this amazing automation process step by step, for that let me take you to my screen.
In this video, we're going to learn how to enroll Graphy user on Webflow submission. So as an online course creator, I constantly strive to provide seamless experience for my students and manage my course efficiently. I use Webflow to collect leads and generate important information from potential students through beautifully designed forms on website. At the same time, I use Graphy to host my courses and manage enrollments and deliver a top-notch learning experience. However, managing these two platforms separately became a challenge. Every time a student filled out a form using Webflow, I have to manually enter the details of that student as a learner and enroll that same student in the course, which was very time consuming and prone to errors. So to solve this, I've automated this entire process. Now, whenever a student submits a form using Webflow as they go to register for the course, automatically that same student is going to be enrolled to the course that I've created in my Graphy account. This saves times, eliminates manual errors, and ensures students get immediate access on their courses. And I'm going to create this amazing automation between Webflow and Graphy with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign into our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign into my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly Apps window in front of you, in which you can see all the applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on this Access Now button. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow, I'm going to give it as Enroll Graphy user on Webflow submission. This is the name that I want to give to my workflow, okay? After that, it is asking for us to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. Further, click on this drop down. These are the folders from which I'm going to select Graphy Automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving the name to the workflow and selecting the folder, I'm going to click on this Create button in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of Enroll Graphy user on Webflow submissions, and there are two windows in front of you. One says Trigger, other says Action. So what is Trigger and Action? Trigger and action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two concepts. Over here, trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means what is action? Action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first. And for the trigger application, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as Webflow. Webflow is a powerful website builder that allows us to create professional, visual, stunning websites without needing to write a code. It combines the easy drag and drop design tools with flexibly custom coding for more advanced user. And with the help of Webflow, I have created a form with the help of which I collect the data of the students who wants to enroll to the courses that I'm selling. I want that as soon as a new form submission is going to be done by the student using Webflow forms that I've created, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response of that. And that is for my trigger, I'm going to select as Webflow V2. And for the trigger event, I'm going to select it as Form Submitted. After selecting the trigger application and the event, I'm going to click on this Connect button right here. A window is going to appear in front of you on which click on Add New Connection, or else you can select the existing connection that you have. After that, over here, it is asking for the token. With the help of this token, we are going to build the connection between Webflow and Pabbly Connect by following the steps given here below in the help desk. For that, open your Webflow account. So this is my Webflow account right over here. And these are the two different sites that I've created using Webflow account, from which I'm going to select this site that is in the name of e-commerce right away. I'm going to open this site, and to have the token, click on the settings button right away and go to the settings option right here. As you're going to come towards the settings option of your site, over here from the left side of the panel, go to apps and integration site right here. As I'm going to do that, if I'm going to further scroll down, you can see it says API access. I'm going to create a new token. For that, I'm going to click on the generate API token right here. It is asking for the token name. So the token name over here, I'm going to write it as new token. This is the token name right here. And it is asking for the permissions. I'm going to give some permissions here. For the assets, I'm going to give it the permission as read and write. If I'm going to further scroll down for the forms, I'm going to give the permission as read and write. Similarly for the page and for the sites right away, I'm going to give the permissions of read and write. Okay. After giving all the permissions, I'm going to click on this generate token button. You can see the token has now been successfully created. I'm going to copy this token from here and I'm going to paste this token right over here in my workflow. And then I'm going to click on the save button. As I've done that, you can see Webflow has now been connected to Pabbly Connect. After that, it is asking for the site ID. For the site ID, I'm going to select the site that is in the name of e-commerce. Okay. As now the site ID has been selected, it is saying over here save and send test request. As I'm going to click on this button right over here, you can see it is saying waiting for webhook response. So now to check whether Webflow is connected to Pabbly Connect or not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the test form submission using Webflow. And after doing the test submission, I'm going to check whether Pabbly Connect captures the response of the test form submission being done or not. For doing the test form submission, I'm going to open the form that I've created using Webflow. So this is the form that I've created using Webflow, with the help of which I'm going to collect the data of my registrants who want to enroll to the different courses that I'm selling. Okay. It is asking for all the details. I'm going to fill in the required details. For the first name over here, I'm going to write it as Smart. For the last name over here, I'm going to write it as Learner01. This is the last name. For the phone number over here, I'm going to write in a dummy mobile number right here. After that, for the email over here, I'm going to write it as smart45@pabblytudes.com, and for the city over here, I'm going to write it as Indore. After that, I'm going to click on the submit button to the test submission. It says submission has been received. This means the submission has now been successfully done. After doing the submission, I'm going to open my workflow and scroll down. And yes, you can see right over here, Pabbly Connect has captured the response of the test form submission. Let us tally the response. For the phone number, I've received the student's phone number. First name as Smart, last name as Learner01, email as smart45@pabblytudes.com, with the city as Indore. As the response of the form submission has been captured right here, this means that Webflow has now been successfully connected to Pabbly Connect and a trigger setup is done. Now, whenever a new form submission is going to be done by the student using Webflow, automatically in the similar manner, Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response of that. Now, as the response of the student is captured, I want to create the student as a learner first in my Graphy account. So for doing that, we're going to set up our action step, in which for my action application over here, I'm going to select it as Graphy. Graphy is all-in-one platform designed to help creators and educators and businesses to build and manage their online courses and digital products. It allows us to host video courses, live sessions, and other learning materials in professional and engaging way. And using Graphy, I have created different courses with the help of which I manage all of them and enroll students into it. Okay, I want that as soon as the form submission is going to be done by the student using Webflow, automatically that student should be first created as a learner in my Graphy account and then should be enrolled to the course that they have signed up for. Form that I've created right over here using Webflow is for this course in the name of Core PHP Programming. I want to enroll all the students who are going to do the form submission of using this form right over here into this course right here. So before enrolling to this course, I'm going to create that student as a user, and for that over here for my action application, I'm going to select it as Graphy. And for the action event, I'm going to first create the learner. So I'm going to select as create learners, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection that you have. After that, it is asking for the API key and the merchant ID. So for the data of this field, we have to follow the steps given here below in the help desk. Okay. For that, log into your Graphy account. So this is my Graphy account. I'm going to go back to the main page of my Graphy account. So these are the different courses in my Graphy account. Over here, it is asking for the API key and the merchant ID. To have the details from the left side of the panel, go to this integrations option right here. After coming to integrations, from the given options, go to third-party integration and scroll down right over here. As I'm going to scroll down, you can see in Pabbly Connect, this is the Pabbly API token. I'm going to copy this token from here and I'm going to paste this token right over here in this field, okay? After that is asking for the merchant ID. For merchant ID, I'm going to go back to my workflow. From the left side of the panel under integrations, it says APIs. I'm going to click on it. As I'm going to do that, this is the merchant ID. So I'm going to copy this ID from here and paste it right over here. And then I'm going to click on the save button. As you can see, Graphy has now been successfully connected to Pabbly Connect. After connecting, it is asking for the email, name, phone number, and the password of the learner that we are going to create in our Graphy account. So with the data of these fields, what we are going to do is we are going to map the data. What is mapping? Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So I'm going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. How mapping works is that as soon as I'm going to click on this field, it says Webflow V2 form submitted. This is the previous step. As I'm going to click on it, it's the same response that was captured in our previous step. And over here in my previous step, I've received the email of my student who have done the form submission. I want to create this student who have done the form submission as a learner in my Graphy account. So for the data of this email field, I'm going to select the data from my previous response. As I selected the data from my previous response, the data is mapped. And as I map the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Similarly, for the name over here, I'm going to map the data of the name of my student that I've received. I'm going to map it from here. This is the name of my student, first name space the last name, okay? After that, it is asking for the mobile number. So I'm going to map the data of the mobile number that I've received right here. Next, it is asking for the password. So with the password, I want the password of my student's name first. I'm going to map the data of the first name, last name, and then I want it as underscore 123456. So this is going to be the password, that is first name, last name, underscore 123456, okay? As I've filled in all the required details, now I'm going to click on the Save and Send Test Request button. As I've done that, over here I've received a response, which is a positive response. So now I'm going to open my Graphy account. This is my Graphy account. From the left side of the panel, I'm going to go to this users page right over here. Under users, go to learner, and you can see a new learner in the name of smartlearner01 with the email as smart45@pabblytudes.com has been successfully created in my Graphy account. As now this learner has been successfully created in my Graphy account, what I want is I want to enroll this learner into the course that I've created in my Graphy account. And the course that I've created is in the name of Core PHP Programming. Now I want to enroll that learner into this course right over here. For that, I'm going to set up another action step right over here. And for the action application, I'm going to again select it as Graphy. I'm going to select this action application. And for the action limit, I'm going to select as Enroll Learner to Course. Then I'm going to click on this Connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you on which I'm going to select the existing connection. Or if you want, you can add a new connection that you have. Then I'm going to click on the Save button right here. It is asking for the email and the course URL. For the email over here, I'm going to map the data of the email of my student from my previous response right here. And for the course URL, you have to follow the steps given here below in the head desk. In order to have the course URL, open the course that you want to enroll the student in. So this is the course right away in the name of Core PHP Programming. I want to now enroll that learner in this course right here. Now for having the course URL over here from this panel, after opening the course, it comes as pages. I'm going to go to this. This is the URL right here. So I'm going to copy this URL from here and paste this URL right here, okay? And then I'm going to click on the Save and Send Test Request button. As I've done that, it says the status as success, which is a positive response. So now I'm going to my Graphy account again. This is my Graphy account. And now I'm going to open this learner section under this course right over here in the name of Core PHP Programming. And if I'm going to further scroll down and open the next page right over here, you can see a new learner has been added to my course that is in the name of smartlearner01. Email as smartlearner45@pabblytudes.com. Has been successfully enrolled to this course Core PHP Programming. You can see right over here, okay? As the student has been successfully enrolled as a learner in this course in my Graphy account, this means that we successfully created an automation between Webflow and Graphy with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum till now what we have done, I'm an online course creator. Over here in my trigger, I've selected my trigger application as Webflow V2 and the trigger event as form submitted. As using Webflow, whenever a new form submission is going to be done by the students, automatically over here in the trigger, Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. After setting my trigger step for the action, I've selected it as Graphy and Create Learner. As firstly, the student have done the form submission, I've created that student as a learner in my Graphy account. And after creating that student as a learner in my Graphy account, I've enrolled that same learner into the course that I've created in my Graphy account in this other action step. And with that, I've created this amazing automation between Webflow and Graphy with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.
Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any questions, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can check the queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment on if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.